Bulletproof routines. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the strength of your systems. Everyone wants success, but very few have the daily discipline to hold it, because your results don't come from motivation, they come from routines, the invisible architecture of every unstoppable life. In a world addicted to dopamine, distraction, and comfort, this book isn't here to make you feel better. It's here to make you sharper. Bulletproof Routines fuses modern behavioral science with timeless warrior practices, routines pulled from samurai, stoics, monks, and modern elite performers. By the end of this audiobook, you won't just have habits, you'll have systems. Rituals, a rhythm that makes you mentally clear, physically strong, emotionally steady, and untouchable under pressure. Stick around until the final chapter, because that's where it all locks into identity, not what you do, but who you are. Let's build the rhythm that builds the man. Direct Hit Chapter 1, Wake Up Like a Warrior. How you start your day is how you shape your life. Most people wake up like amateurs, snoozing alarms, grabbing phones, reacting to notifications, starting the day with other people's priorities. But the modern warrior, he wakes up on purpose. The ancients understood this. Spartans trained at dawn. Samurai meditated before the world moved. Monks rose in silence to connect with something greater than themselves. The warrior morning has three elements. 1. Stillness. You don't rush. You breathe. You own your first few minutes. 2. Intention. You ask, what needs to get done today that builds the life I want? 3. Presence. No phones. No scrolling. No mental noise. Just you, your breath, and the beginning of domination. The goal isn't to be perfect, the goal is to command the tone of your day, before the world sets it for you. Wake up with clarity, move like a man on a mission, own the sunrise. And the day will follow. Chapter 2, Cold Showers Calm Minds. Discomfort builds discipline. In a world chasing comfort, bulletproof men choose the cold. Why? Because the cold doesn't lie, it doesn't care how you feel, it doesn't ask for your excuses. The cold demands presence, it sharpens breath, it calms chaos, it trains the nervous system to stay grounded under stress. Samurai trained under waterfalls. Norse warriors plunged into icy waters before battle. Today's elite performers use cold therapy to harden mindset and accelerate recovery. The cold teaches you this: you can feel fear and still move forward. Every time you step into that shower, you're not just washing off weakness, you're proving, I don't need it to be easy. I just need it to be necessary. Start your day with resistance, so the rest of the world feels soft in comparison. Chapter 3, Digital Detox. Ancient focus. Focus is your new superpower, because most people have none. Their attention is scattered, hijacked by dopamine, owned by social feeds, group chats, endless tabs, and meaningless scrolls. But the ancient masters knew something we've forgotten: where your focus goes, your life follows. This chapter isn't just about quitting social media, it's about taking back your weapon, because attention is a weapon, a tool for vision, a beam for building. You can't build a bulletproof life on a distracted mind. Here's your protocol: no social media for the first 2 hours of the day, one screen at a time, no dual-wielding chaos, replace reaction with creation, read, write, move first. When you detox digitally, you unlock ancient focus in a modern world. You go from fragmented to formidable, your energy stops leaking, your brain stops burning, your presence gets powerful, because when your mind is clear, your life is too. Chapter 4, Breathwork Battlefield Calm. Your breath is the remote control for your nervous system. Warriors have known this for centuries. Before the battle, the breath came first, stillness before strategy, calm before chaos. Today, most people breathe like victims, shallow, fast, reactive, and they wonder why they're anxious, unfocused, and fried. This routine flips that. Bulletproof breathwork is simple: inhale through the nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale through the nose for 6 seconds, repeat that cycle 10 times. Watch your body shift from scattered to solid. Whether it's a job interview, a heavy workout, or a tough conversation, breath becomes your anchor. Control your breath, control your state, control the moment. This is how modern men stay grounded in pressure, by mastering what ancient warriors already knew. Direct Hit Chapter 5, move daily or decay slowly, motion is medicine, and the moment you stop moving, you start deteriorating. You don't need a perfect gym routine, you need a daily commitment to movement, because the body is not just flesh. It's a memory bank for pain, power, and purpose. Samurai practiced kata daily, monks walked for miles in mindful silence. Spartans trained until motion became second nature. Here's your modern translation: 20 to 30 minutes of intentional movement, every day, could be bodyweight. A long walk, mobility drills, or resistance training. The goal isn't just aesthetics, it's activation. You train to keep your edge, to stay sharp, fluid, grounded, because a bulletproof mind lives in a body that moves like it matters. Rust or sharpen, your choice. Chapter 6, Fast first, feast later. Food today is everywhere, but so is fatigue, fog, and emotional eating. Ancient warriors didn't snack all day, they trained, focused, and built during the day, then feasted when the work was done. This routine is not about starving, it's about strategic fasting to train your body to run off focus, not food. Modern studies call it intermittent fasting, ancient cultures just called it normal. You don't eat the moment you wake up, you earn your meal. Fasting sharpens hormonal regulation, mental clarity, discipline over cravings, emotional control. Start with 12 hours. Work toward 16, hydrate. Move. Stay sharp, then break your fast with intention, not indulgence. You're not depriving yourself, you're reprogramming your relationship with fuel. Eat like a warrior. Not a prisoner of impulse. Direct hit. Chapter 7, Make your bed, sharpen your mind. It sounds basic. It sounds boring, but that's exactly the point. Making your bed isn't about sheets, it's about structure. When the first action of your day is precision, order, and follow-through, you begin to wire success into your muscle memory. Military units, monks, and high performers all do it, not because it's glamorous, but because it's grounding. The act says, I'm in command of my environment. I don't leave chaos behind me. I finish what I start even when it's small. In a world of mental clutter and digital distraction, small routines like this build psychological clarity. It's not about the bed, it's about becoming a man who finishes what he starts, even in the small things. Chapter 8, Deep work, no distractions. Work like a monk. Deliver like a machine. In today's world, everyone's busy. But very few are effective. Notifications. Open tabs. Slack pings. Background noise. Modern life has trained your mind to scatter, but the most dangerous men, they enter a state of deep work. And don't come up until it's done. This isn't multitasking, this is monofocus. One task. One outcome. Full immersion. Set your environment, phone in another room, time block 90 minutes, one goal, no input until it's done. This is how you write a book, build a business, master a craft, not by being busy, but by being brutally focused. Your attention is the most valuable currency in the 21st century. Spend it like your legacy depends on it, because it does. Chapter 9, Right before you react, your mind is a battlefield, and without strategy, your thoughts will ambush you. This chapter is about a simple, ancient ritual: writing. Every morning. Before the world speaks, Stoics did it, philosophers did it, warriors wrote in silence before they drew swords. Modern men scroll. React. Absorb noise, but the bulletproof man? He clears his mind with his pen. You don't need a perfect journal, you need 5 minutes of clarity. Write what you're feeling, what you're avoiding, what must be done today, and what you want to feel when it's done. This routine turns your mind into a command center, not a chaos zone. Write it out, process the noise, then lead with precision, not reaction. Chapter 10, Sleep like a king, rise like a soldier. You can hustle all you want, but if your sleep is garbage, your performance will be too. This isn't about laziness, it's about biological dominance. Warriors protected their rest. Monks honored the dark. Elite athletes prioritize sleep like it's part of training, because it is. This routine, guard your sleep like your mind depends on it, because it does. Key upgrades. No screens 60 minutes before bed, cold, dark room. Magnesium water, 7 to 9 hours of quality rest. Wake at the same time daily. Sleep isn't weakness, sleep is software recovery. It's where your testosterone regenerates, where your emotional system resets. Where your power is restored, sleep like a king, wake like a soldier, move like a man on fire. Chapter 11, Sun, Stillness, and Silence. Most people wake up and start reacting. Noise. News. Notifications, instant stress. Zero grounding. This chapter is about reclaiming your mornings with three ancient principles: Sun Sunday, person in lotus position stillness, shushing face silence, sunlight resets your circadian rhythm. Boosts energy. Regulates hormones, stillness clears the mental static, silence gives space for clarity to enter. You don't start your day in chaos, you open it with control. 10 to 15 minutes outside, without your phone, breathe. Reflect. Center. This isn't spiritual fluff. It's nervous system command, it's masculine presence. Before the pressure hits, the man who starts his day with silence doesn't get shaken when the world gets loud. Chapter 12, Dopamine Discipline. Modern life is a dopamine disaster, endless scrolling. Junk food. Notifications. Everyone's hooked on cheap hits of pleasure, and paying for it with mental fatigue, addiction, and emotional numbness. But the bulletproof man, he rewires his brain to desire discipline. Dopamine isn't bad, it's miseducated, so we don't eliminate dopamine, we redirect it. The protocol: delay gratification every morning, reward yourself only after output, not before. Cut instant pleasures like social scrolls, snacks, or unnecessary stimulation. Do hard things first, not last. Every time you resist the easy hit, you strengthen your reward system. You turn temptation into training, and over time, your brain starts craving the work, the challenge. The edge, that's real power, when the grind becomes the reward. Chapter 13, Sacred Time Blocks. Discipline isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters, without distraction. Enter sacred time blocks. In the ancient world, warriors, monks, and craftsmen operated on ritual, not randomness. Their time was protected. Sacred hours for creation, sacred hours for training, sacred hours for silence. You need the same. A sacred time block is 60 to 120 minutes per day where no one contacts you, no social media, no texts, no distractions. You do the work that builds your legacy. That could mean writing, building your business, studying, practicing your craft. You don't wait until you're free, you build the wall around your time first, then build your empire inside of it. If your time isn't sacred, your purpose never will be. Instant stress. Zero grounding. This chapter is about reclaiming your mornings with three ancient principles: Sun Sunday, person in lotus position stillness, shushing face silence, sunlight resets your circadian rhythm. Boosts energy. Regulates hormones, stillness clears the mental static, silence gives space for clarity to enter. You don't start your day in chaos, you open it with control. 10 to 15 minutes outside. Chapter 14, 100 reps of anything. Repetition is how mastery is made. Whether it was samurai sword drills, monk chants, or boxer footwork, masters were built through volume, not variety. We live in a world that glorifies novelty, but the greats, they repeat. So here's your rule: do 100 reps of something that matters, every day, not because you feel like it, because you said you would. That could be 100 push-ups, 100 deep breaths, 100 journal thoughts, 100 lines of code, 100 affirmations, 100 pages read. It's not the reps that matter, it's who you become while doing them. Boring builds bulletproof. Do it until it becomes who you are. Direct hit. Chapter 15, Food is fuel, not entertainment. Every meal is either sharpening you or slowing you down. Ancient warriors didn't eat for comfort, they ate for performance, recovery, and strength. But today, most people eat to escape, emotionally snack, overstimulate, and undernourish. This routine rewires your relationship with food. Eat to fuel, not to feel. Here's the blueprint: eat whole foods 80 to 90% of the time, eat until satisfied, not stuffed, hydrate deeply. Most hunger is dehydration in disguise. Remove food from your reward system, make food intentional, make it support your routine, not sabotage it. Because when your meals are sacred, your mind becomes sharper, your energy becomes unstoppable, and your body moves like it means it. Chapter 16, Read daily, think strategically. The average person scrolls. The Bulletproof man studies. Reading isn't about information overload, it's about strategic mental nutrition. In ancient cultures, wisdom was passed through scrolls, parables, proverbs, and doctrine. Only the elite had access. Now, it's in your hands, but few make it part of their rhythm. This routine is simple: read 10 to 20 pages of a high-level book daily. Topics: mindset, strategy, philosophy, history, wealth. Highlight, annotate, absorb. You don't just read to escape, you read to become a tactical thinker, because a man who can think for himself can never be controlled by the world. Mental muscle needs reps too. Make reading non-negotiable, and watch your intelligence compound. Chapter 17, create before you consume. Most people wake up and immediately consume, scroll, text, news, caffeine. They plug into the world before they even plug into themselves, but creators do the opposite. This routine is non-negotiable. Start your day with output, not input. Write before you read, plan before you scroll, move your body before you touch your phone, speak to your vision before anyone speaks to you. Even 10 minutes of intentional creation rewires your brain to lead the day, not react to it. The ancients prayed, meditated, trained, or wrote before the sun rose. Why? Because your first act of the day sets your identity. If you start by consuming noise, you become the noise, but if you start by creating, you become the signal. Chapter 18, Zero negativity before noon. Your morning is sacred. Your mindset is the soil for everything that grows out of your day. Disagreement, no negativity before noon. That means, no arguing, no email battles, no doom scrolling, no drama, gossip, or fear-based media. In ancient temples, there were hours of silence to protect the purity of presence. You get the same gift when you protect your mental frequency early on. Negativity is a virus, catch it early, and it infects your whole system. Start your day in strength, not sarcasm, in purpose, not panic, because a bulletproof morning protects the mission all day long. Direct hit. Chapter 19, track like a general. You can't improve what you don't measure. Winners review, losers repeat, generals review their battles, athletes review their game film, and if you're serious about becoming unshakable, you need to track your life like it's a campaign. Every week, take 10 minutes to review what worked, what broke, what must change, what you're proud of, what needs repetition. This isn't obsessive, it's elite, because the man who reviews his patterns, he builds faster. He pivots smarter, he becomes unpredictable to the world, but deeply predictable to himself. Track, reflect, adapt, win. Chapter 20, become your own ritual. Here's the final truth: all of this, the cold showers, the time blocks, the writing, the fasting, it's not about habits anymore, it's about identity. You become your own ritual. At first, it's discipline, then it's devotion, then it's who you are. You don't have to try anymore. You don't remember to show up. You don't need alarms, reminders, or hype. Your life is the rhythm. You become structure in motion, like the monks, like the warriors, like the elite, who don't have routines. They are the routine. That's the goal, that's the path. Final chapter. You don't need more motivation. You need a system that doesn't care how you feel. This is your edge. Motivation comes and goes, but systems stay. They carry you when you're tired, they protect you when you're emotional, they sharpen you when the world tries to dull you. Bulletproof routines isn't about doing more, it's about becoming dangerously consistent at what matters. This is your playbook, your armor, your rhythm, one chapter a day, one rep at a time. Until the man you admire is the one you wake up as.